Imagine you switch channels to find yourself watching a charismatic politician, someone whose smile is warm, whose posture exudes confidence, and whose every word seems to sparkle with eloquence. Instinctively, you find yourself believing not only in their charm, but also in their intelligence, their competence, and even their integrity. But here's the twist. You know nothing about their policies or track record. This automatic leap from appearance to character exemplifies the halo effect, a psychological phenomenon that quietly shapes our judgments every day. The halo effect isn't merely a quirk of human perception, it's a bias that profoundly affects how we evaluate people, products, and even ideas. At its core, this cognitive shortcut relies on one positive characteristic, often appearance, charm, or a shared value, to overshadow other traits. When we're drawn to someone's good looks, for example, we may unconsciously assume they're also wise, capable, and kind. Studies consistently show that we equate beauty with other virtues, even though there's no logical connection between physical appearance and traits like kindness or intelligence. In reality, these attributes may have no correlation, yet the halo effect clouds our ability to judge accurately. This bias extends far beyond the realm of personal interaction. Imagine a product you adore, a sleek smartphone. If this brand announces a new product, you might assume it's exceptional before even trying it, simply because of your previous positive experiences. The halo effect makes us loyal to brands, sometimes to a fault, as we overlook flaws or dismiss better alternatives. It's a subtle but powerful force that can shape our consumer habits and decision-making without us even realizing it. The insidiousness of the halo effect lies in how effortlessly it takes root. In school and at work, it influences how we perceive competence. A well-dressed colleague might seem more capable than their less polished counterpart, and a teacher might grade an essay more favorably simply because the student has a name associated with success or charm. Even in industries like healthcare, where objectivity is critical, physicians have been shown to sometimes misjudge a patient's health based on outward appearances. A doctor might overlook symptoms in a seemingly healthy patient because of their appearance, delaying a critical diagnosis. Similarly, in mental health assessments, we might assume someone with a bright, cheerful demeanor is doing well, ignoring underlying struggles. These scenarios highlight the real-world consequences of allowing superficial impressions to dictate our judgments. Such misjudgments can be harmless in some cases, but in others they can lead to profound errors or missed opportunities. The effect doesn't stop with individuals. It infiltrates systems, particularly in consumer behavior and marketing. For instance, labeling a product organic can elevate its perceived value, leading consumers to pay more for something that might not differ substantially from its conventionally labeled counterpart. Marketing campaigns amplify this bias by pairing products with attractive or influential figures, from athletes endorsing running shoes to celebrities fronting luxury brands. These associations spark a cascade of positive judgments, even when the product itself might not deliver on its promises. Part of the reason the halo effect is so pervasive is that it aligns with our natural inclination to make quick judgments. Evolutionarily, this shortcut likely saved time and effort when assessing threats or allies. However, in the modern world, these snap judgments often backfire, reinforcing biases like confirmation bias. Once we form a positive impression of someone or something, we tend to seek out information that supports our initial belief, creating an echo chamber of validation. This cycle makes it difficult to re-evaluate our opinions, even in the face of contradictory evidence. The systemic impact of the halo effect is particularly concerning. Research suggests that characteristics like attractiveness, race, and gender can significantly influence evaluations in professional settings. For instance, customers tend to rate conventionally attractive service employees more favorably, which can skew workplace dynamics and reinforce inequalities. Favoring appearance over merit in hiring or promotions might lead organizations to miss out on talented individuals, perpetuating a culture where superficial qualities trump substance. But the halo effect doesn't operate in isolation. It has a sinister counterpart known as the horns effect. While the halo effect casts a positive glow, the horns effect does the opposite, allowing a single negative trait to overshadow everything else. Imagine dismissing an innovative idea because the person presenting it seems disheveled or uninterested, or consider avoiding a high-quality product simply because its packaging seems unappealing. Just as the halo effect can elevate our impressions, the horns effect can unjustly diminish them. Understanding the halo effect is essential because it affects decisions across a wide range of contexts. In education, students with names that evoke positive stereotypes might receive better grades, not because of their work, but due to teachers' unconscious biases. Research shows that students with names perceived as attractive or familiar often receive higher grades than their peers, regardless of the quality of their work. This bias can shape academic trajectories, influencing not only grades, but also self-esteem and future opportunities. Teachers, despite their experience and good intentions, are not immune to the halo effect, underscoring the need for systemic safeguards to ensure fair evaluations. And in the consumer world, our wallets bear the brunt of our biases as we pay premiums for brands with golden reputations, even when those reputations might be based more on marketing than merit. Brands thrive on this bias, crafting narratives and visual appeals to cast their products in the best light. A sleek logo, a catchy slogan, or a celebrity endorsement can be enough to sway consumer opinions, leading us to favor certain brands without scrutinizing their offerings. In a world saturated with advertising, the ability to recognize and resist the halo effect becomes a critical skill. Fortunately, awareness is the first step toward combating this pervasive bias. Cognitive debiasing techniques can help us slow down and critically evaluate our judgments. For instance, when meeting someone new, we might remind ourselves to focus on their actions rather than their appearance or demeanor. Similarly, when shopping for products, it's wise to research reviews and specifications rather than relying solely on branding or endorsements. These small steps can help us build a more accurate picture, free from the distortions of the halo effect. By cultivating mindfulness and questioning our assumptions, we can begin to counter its influence. Slowing down our decision-making process, seeking diverse perspectives, and prioritizing substance over style are all ways to reduce the impact of this bias. While it may be impossible to eliminate the halo effect entirely, even small efforts can lead to more informed and equitable choices. In doing so, we not only make better decisions, but also create a world where people and ideas are valued for their true qualities, not just the glow of a golden halo. Ultimately, the halo effect is a reminder of our humanity, our tendency to simplify, to judge quickly, and to let appearances guide our perceptions. Yet, by acknowledging this bias, we can strive for greater awareness and objectivity. Earlier, we mentioned confirmation bias. Click here for more on that. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.